everyone. Niagara 420. We're at the 420 Expo in Niagara Falls, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Hey, Derek.
Hey, Jackie. How you doing?
Still looking for your 5 milligrams of sativa?
Yeah, I got some feeders out there, trying to locate it.
Maybe our next guest can help us out with that. So let's welcome Brent King from Dimebowl.
Yeah, this sounds very interesting.
Thank you very much.
Brent, welcome. Talk into your mic.
Awesome.
As close as possible because we're kind of competing with the stage.
No
Tell
worries.
us who you are.
Yeah, so I'm an entrepreneur and I live locally here in Niagara Falls. I own and operate several other companies, but today I'm here to talk about Dimebowl as my new startup. We are the world's first patented preloaded cannabis bowl or pipe. We just got our patent, so we're now excited to finally disclose. It's taken us years to get here. We've spent the last
How many years?
We've spent the last 3 years since legalization came in Canada, working with the patent office to get this. We're finally here now, and we're excited to share it with the world.
Okay, what's Dimebowl?
So Dimebowl is a preloaded bowl. So it can be a pipe or a bowl, but essentially what we have here is a corn cob bowl that's been preloaded with cannabis that has seals on both ends. So when
Did you make that?
I did make it, yeah.
Yourself?
I did make it myself.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all prototypes, so I made them all myself.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so the idea of this is that when it's sealed up, it's a storage vessel. So the cannabis stays fresh and sealed inside, just like it would a cannabis jar you bought from a dispensary. So when you're ready to smoke it, you pop the seal off, put it inside of your bong, and you go ahead and smoke it. When you're finished, you just dispose it away. And you know that because it's made of corn cob, it's biodegradable and it's safe for the environment. So it's an organic processed material with no chemicals added.
So,
Keep going.
no air comes out of that?
No air comes out of that.
So the product stays fresh.
The product stays fresh. So we have a couple of different prototypes up here. This one in the middle is my favorite. This
What's
one's
that,
actually
bamboo?
No, this is actually cannabis stock. So
Oh,
you're
yeah, I like
smoking
that.
cannabis
With
inside of
cannabis.
Oh, I
cannabis.
like that.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
Smart.
a double cannabis.
you got it. You got it. In fact, inside here is cannabis that I grew last year in my backyard.
Okay.
And this is actually from the plant that I grew the cannabis
I love
on. So
this.
you get to smoke the
Yeah,
cannabis
but come
in
on.
the cannabis.
What happens when millions of people want these bowls? That's not going to be. How are we going to do this?
So actually, it's very sustainable.
Okay.
The cannabis industry right now produces a ton of cannabis waste, and that's
Yep.
known as stems, leaves, other things that we call it biomass
Biomass,
material.
right.
It's a solution to the
Could
biomass
even just
problem.
be hemp, I guess, right?
It could be, and because they're so small, when you dry this, it naturally hollows inside. So there's very little processing required to make a dime bowl with a piece of
How
cannabis
much
stock.
do I have to add to cost? If I'm a LP and I want to use your packaging, how much is this going to add to the cost of me selling a gram of weed?
That's a good question. I think the agreement that we would come to with the LP in terms of the licensing fees, that would be something we'd be negotiating with them directly. In terms of it as a packaging material, certainly all cannabis is sold in packages today.
Is it relatable to the other packages? the
Surely,
pricing?
surely it would be. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
I don't know.
To
I'm
make
asking.
something like this is
Right.
pennies. Certainly, this
Pennies.
is even cheaper. This is actually a food grade paper tube that's already mass produced for the bubble tea industry. So this is a bubble tea straw. Adding a stainless steel
I
bowl
like
to
that,
it.
leveraging another industry.
It is, and because it's a standard size, it actually fits perfectly in here. It creates an airtight seal, and it becomes an excellent stem bowl piece receiver for any water pipe.
Okay, inventor Brent and entrepreneur Brent, why? When? How? What? Were you really high and you're like, hey, I'm not going to throw this out, I'm going to smoke it? Like, I don't know. Like, what? How did this come about?
So no, I'm a cannabis. I'm a cannabis guy, obviously, and I
Obviously.
love the idea that I could take a pipe in my pocket with me somewhere and consume it. But the problem is, if you want to put it back in your pocket, now you're a walking ashtray. Everybody smells that, and it's
Right.
not a favorable smell.
No.
Fresh cannabis, love that smell. Burnt resin smell in your pocket, not so good. So this idea was I could take the pipe with me, I could smoke from it, I could dispose of it just like a cigarette butt is disposed, right?
Right.
Just like a filter end of a pre-roll is disposed.
And the bowl's fresh all the time. You don't have to, resin is getting stuck to it. You got to clean
Correct.
it out. You don't have to worry about that. Every toke is fresh.
You got it. You got
Yeah.
it. Actually, that's the biggest, most important feature for the recreational market is that it's the convenient product. It's
Right.
super easy to consume. It's attractive. It's fun. It's exciting. You're never.
Why
gonna
don't you
have to
make
clean
a whole
bowl.
bong out of the corn husk then?
Yeah, that's a different market altogether, right?
Okay.
The bowl is what's patented. So
Right.
my patent covers
So
any
what?
kind
That
of
is
cannabis.
That
Yeah.
is patented right now.
Correct. So all of these are dime bowls.
Right.
And we have more in here. So the patent covers cannabis inside of a bowl, sealed for smoking immediately in a ready-to-use format.
What do you got?
So here's another one. This is more of a traditional pipe. This is your Frosty the Snowman corncob pipe.
Are you making that yourself by hand?
No, this was actually purchased for $1.
Okay.
So these are commercially made as well. So you can buy these produced by other companies, and then obviously
You're
the
gonna put
cannabis
your
can
dime
be
bag in there.
load inside. Yeah,
Your
actually,
dime bag. It's
yeah,
a dime bowl.
It's a dime bowl.
Dime bowl.
You could throw a gram or half a
Dime
gram
bag
of cannabis
weed in the
You
dime
got it.
bowl.
You know where the name came from.
Right.
Yeah. When I came up with the trademark name Dime Bowl, it was a play off of dime bag,
Right.
and everybody knew dime bag.
Yep.
So it's instantly relatable to all heads, and I think that it just made sense, right? So I think this is a really exciting segment that we're adding. Once you think about the cannabis convenience market in Canada was almost $3 billion last year, and certainly going to exceed that in years
I
to
would
come.
smoke this.
Certainly.
Totally. I
that
think
looks-
it's cool as hell.
It looks like the size of a cigar.
Yeah.
And you could load up a gram
Like,
or two
actually
inside
feel
here.
that.
Yeah.
Feel that,
And you
Derek.
could
That's actually
smell
really
it.
cool.
Smells like cannabis. It's a piece of cannabis stem.
That's cool.
That
really
actually
quite
is
interesting.
really cool. And he's doing something with all the biomass, the waste.
That's right. So it's very
So
interesting.
you're going to
I like
make
it.
money off of something that actually is costing them to dispose of. You can now.
For the most part, they don't necessarily all dispose of it.
What do they do with it?
They grind it up and add it to the
Bubble
soil.
hash
Well,
or-
it can be.
Hash?
It does contain.
Don't you use all your
nutrients.
sticks and stems and your old buds to make hash?
I hope not, because I'm not smoking that ass.
I thought we made it in the kitchen
That
once
would
on
be
the green
some
room.
low-grade hash right
It
there.
was low grade.
Yeah,
It was
possibly.
fun.
It is fun.
You were talking about using the bubble bags, Jackie.
Possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
All right. I was high
Yeah, you were.
on hash.
No worries. This is
Okay.
actually also a piece of cannabis wood, but this is closer to the root, so this is actually more solid. And
Did you whittle this? Is that what it's called?
I
it-
actually did make that too, though.
But it's called whittling, no?
Right.
Is it?
Isn't it when you like work away on a piece of wood, or you're called whittling away? Whittling? I don't know. I'm 108. I think it's
Okay.
whittling. We gotta
It,
Google that.
it may be. Yeah.
I like this.
It's very interesting.
I love it.
It's just it's a fun way to smoke through a piece of cannabis, smoking your cannabis
I
in
like
cannabis.
it. So what,
Yeah,
is that
definitely.
patented too?
Well, if there was cannabis sealed inside, it would be.
Okay.
But the patent.
So
just
nobody
covers
else can seal cannabis inside of a bowl.
inside of a bowl except for me. I'm the only one. That
You're
can
the
do it.
man.
That's right.
So is this going to
That's
be coming to the OCS? Will this be in dispensaries? Will this be in?
We're hoping this comes right across the globe. Our protection is only for Canada and the United States, but certainly we're assuming Dimebowl to be a household name in the cannabis industry.
I hope that the bowl is packed correctly.
Correctly. Oh, absolutely.
But
Here,
wait,
that leads me
who's
to the next
packing
point.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that leads me to the next point. So we're not packing it, we're not growing the cannabis, we're not producing the pipe. We're a technology company. We're licensing our technology to licensed producers so they can produce Dimebowl themselves. And we're showing three
I hope they keep the
configurations.
dime bowl standards.
Well, they will
because-
have to. That'll be part of the license agreement, right?
Right.
So the cool part here is the cannabis that goes inside is measured and controlled. So the biggest use of this is actually not recreational. It's going to be the medical use as a dose control delivery system for physicians.
I just pictured you whittling away whittling millions of these little things or whatever.
no.
So do you have a team? Do you have
These
a,
are, yeah, I do have a team, but these are fun, exciting things that I wanted to bring here to debut today. This is the first day I've got to tell the world about Dimebowl. So
have
I've
you been
keeping it
waiting
secret.
for 2 years
For
since
3
they
years.
canceled their?
Oh, I've been waiting for 3 years to tell the world about Dimebowl. I'm finally patented now, so I'm not worried about being copied. It's fully protected, and I'm ready to just
Is it a
release this.
utility patent?
It is a utility
Okay,
patent,
good.
so it covers a broad array of claims. And essentially what it does cover is any kind of cannabis in a ready-to-smoke format sealed inside of a bowl or a pipe. And it really doesn't matter the amount of cannabis. And that sort of leads me to the medical benefits.
You know,
of
I've
this.
seen something that might be violating your
Uh-oh.
utility patent just a couple days ago. It was a glass one-shooter loaded with a ready-to-use cannabis.
Interesting. Well, we haven't disclosed until today, so
You might have to sick somebody
yeah,
on those guys.
We just
I don't
might
know.
have to do that. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
absolutely. Oh, it's not a problem. We're ready for all of that. We understand that when we disclose something like this, there will inevitably be people that will want to copy us, and that's why I waited 3
Often
years.
imitated, never duplicated.
You know it.
Woo-hoo!
No one else
That's
can
my
be
hashtag.
Dimebowl.
No one else can be Dimebowl.
No one else can be Dimebowl, and we're the only players that can be Dimebowl. So we're really excited about the growth that's coming. We think that doctors will probably be the biggest.
Oh, because it can
Because
be a
they can-
consistent dose in a
Correct.
sealed.
like medicine. So when you're prescribing cannabis now, a lot of mainstream doctors shy away from cannabis
Yep.
because there's no dose delivery system and there's no way to know what's the right amount for someone to take. So oftentimes a doctor will say, here's a couple of grams to consume in a day, and people overdose and underdose and claim that
There's
they
no
can do it.
overdosing of cannabis. I'm sorry.
No, I don't mean overdosing in terms of a bad thing happening to them.
Right.
I mean, they take too much for the intended use.
Okay.
So maybe they need to work still. Maybe they still need to have a function in their daily work, and they don't want to be zombie. They want to be able to continue functioning. So there is a dose that's controlled that has a precise milligram content of THC, CBD, and other cannabinoids to make that user's experience exactly the way it should be.
Right.
And certainly, if you're using a lot of cannabis, it's a way for you to measure what you're taking and know exactly what you're, what's in your body, right? How much have you inhaled? And
I don't got to walk around with my triple beam scale anymore.
right? You don't.
You know what I'm saying? I just buy a dime
Just
bowl
buy a
and
dime
I
bowl.
Pop it in, boom, done.
That's right.
I actually really like it. I think it's really cool, and I love seeing the reuse and the reuse, and cannabis is green and natural, and I love seeing the products that come out and that use more natural. Like, this is cool.
It's
as
very
heck.
cool. It's very cool.
And you're passionate about it. You went through the process of.
Very passionate about it. So I'm a serial entrepreneur. I own and operate a number of other companies.
Are they in the cannabis
president.
space?
They're not.
Thank God, eh?
What else do you
Woo!
Those other companies are involved in other sectors.
Like what?
Okay, so I run a development company. We build homes and we build
Oh,
subdivisions.
nice.
I own
Do
a
you
real
use
estate
hemp to
brokerage.
build-
No, we don't.
Oh, no,
no.
okay.
But we did want to make this look like it was made from hemp. So we use the craft
Right.
paper and
Yeah, I
very
see that.
organic. I operate a real estate brokerage as well,
Nice.
locally here in Niagara Falls. And I also do international trade.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm involved in quite a lot. Cannabis is one of my passions, and I'm really glad that I was able to come here and debut my product today and showcase to the world what
Brent King,
Dimebowl is.
Dimebowl. Do you know that you're on the biggest podcast in the cannabis space?
Well, I know that now.
To the green. Well, yeah. Welcome to the green room, man.
Awesome.
You said you're a king. You're about to be.
I'm ready. So I can be reached on dimebowl.ca.
Dimebowl.ca.
That's how people can get in touch with me.
Okay.
We are looking for partnerships, so that's why I'm here today.
Okay.
We're looking for partners to join us.
Who would your ideal partner be?
A licensed producer.
Okay.
Yeah, our ideal partnership would be a licensed producer who wants to fold this into their portfolio.
And then what? They would get that SKU listed on the OCS?
They could. Yep,
Okay.
they certainly could. I mean, there'd be an advantage.
I mean,
to a
hey,
company
this is
coming
something
soon.
OCS is always looking for unique products. This is one.
Certainly.
When can this happen?
So get the word out. The more people
Okay.
that follow us,
Let's
the
just say
consumer
I
demand
have an
it.
LP that's
Yes.
lined up right now.
Right.
When can they
Immediately.
take action?
We would sit
You
down.
got the
we-
production?
No, they would be the one producing it.
They're going to produce this?
They're going to produce whatever.
No, but they're not going to want to do that. They want to
Well-
grow weed and package weed.
Well, then we can outsource the production of the actual
I think that's what
unit.
we need to do.
No, we surely can. We want to leave the open utility for them to decide.
They grow weed. You got to give the packaging. Or maybe you got to partner with someone like ND Brand.
Oh, absolutely. All these partnership opportunities are on the table. So a lot of the producers, they do the pre-rolls themselves. A lot of them don't, right? So this is essentially a
No,
type
I
of
think that
product
they would package this, but like, who's gonna make these corn husks?
a third-party company could
Yeah,
make
that's
those.
what we need.
Surely
That's
they can.
what we.
Sure
Now
they
he's
can.
throwing we
Well,
in there. Now
yeah,
yeah.
Hey, I want to be involved, okay,
Hey,
guys?
no,
Wait, wait.
I
now
wanna
this
be
is what we
involved.
need.
It's right. It's look.
If
it's
there's
gonna
a deal to be
multi-billion
made
dollar
here, Jackie,
industry.
I want to be involved, okay?
For sure. So something like this is pre-manufactured.
Right.
So we could have millions of these.
I just want to see how we can get first to market.
Oh, absolutely. There's
You know
going to
what
be
I'm
a
saying?
major
He's like, how
advantage.
soon
Give me
and
one of
what
your
do we
cards. Comes
need?
first.
Give me one of your cards.
Here's
Yeah, absolutely.
Brent
Okay,
King
thank
from
you very much.
Dimebowl. So
Yes.
socials, your dimebowl.ca.
Yes, we're dimebowl.ca. We have a Facebook page that we just started. We literally just started today.
Oh,
we're,
wow.
we're
Well, that's
debuting.
quite a jump. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jackie Childs. Do you know who I am on Facebook?
I do not, yeah.
He's
But
like, I
but
don't
do
know where
now.
I am or
No.
who you are.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the Green Room. You're on the biggest podcast in the cannabis space. He doesn't know who Jackie Childs is, and you just started
The
Facebook.
biggest influencer.
And
the queen
on
of cannabis.
Facebook. Oh my goodness. You just started your Facebook.
So I had to keep this close to the chest for all these years. I wasn't in a position to disclose any of it and be beat to the punch.
Right.
Now that we're legit, we're patented, we're protected. I want everybody to scream Dimebowl. I want everyone to know what it is and the advantages that we have. And so the licensed producers will come calling us, and we'll want to have meetings. We'll set up meetings with all of them, and we'll make
Right.
deals. And Dimebowl will be a household name.
Really freaking
Okay,
cool.
so it seems like you need some biz dev. I wonder. We'll
Wait.
talk behind the scenes. We'll talk behind the
we
scenes.
got to get him into the ecosystem. There's
Yeah.
a much bigger picture here, isn't there,
Okay.
Derek?
Yeah, yes, there is.
There is. Well,
We want to take Giant Dimebowl to the.
we want this to be a
Moon.
dime fountain.
I'm all for that.
Absolutely.
A dime, what do you call it? A buffet.
Yeah.
That would be incredible. Well,
Yeah.
you can tell your followers we have these bongs that are branded with Dimebowl. People who follow us on Facebook are going to get a chance to win these.
Oh.
So if they come to
How
our
do they get to
Facebook
win?
page and they like it, we're going to
Right.
be choosing people at random.
And then you'll ship
when
it
the show's
out?
over, and we'll ship it out.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll go like that. Well,
Yeah.
but I don't want. I'm right here. You don't have to ship it.
Yeah.
I have
You know
a
what
blue
I'll do?
check
Jackie,
mark.
don't be
You know what I'll do
greedy.
for you? I'll give you this
Oh,
Dimebowl hat.
thank you.
Now you got some Dimebowl swag.
Yes.
Home for you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the Green Room, and
pleasure.
I'm sure Derek would like to take this conversation offline sometime. Yes, for sure.
We might have to delay putting this episode out till we have our negotiations to talk about how we can be the first SKU in the OCS with Dimebowl.
I'm certainly open
You're
to all
sitting next to
opportunities.
another entrepreneur who has an event happening in June in London. He's got a lot. Derek has a lot of other things going on.
We'll talk about it.
So
Sounds
thank
great.
you for joining us, Brent from Dimebowl on the Green Room. We're here at the Niagara 420 Expo in the beautiful Niagara Falls, Ontario. We'll be back shortly.